Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to have everybody here today. My name is April Brum. We are kicking off Relationship Marketing 101. It sounds just like, what in the world could that possibly be? So I'm just going to introduce myself really quick, and then I'll introduce my super good friend who's just an amazing superstar, Phoebes. So I'm April Brum. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I found network marketing in a very roundabout way. My mama always taught me to send cards and never show up empty-handed anywhere. So I've been a card sender, greeting cards in the mail for roughly 30 years. I'm in my 50s. I always have done this for folks. And I just wanted to continue being able to do that. And I had drawers full of cards. Anybody relate to drawers full of cards? And you mean to send them, but you don't. So a friend of mine showed me a really cool app, and that meant I did not have to find the card, pick the card. It didn't really say what I wanted it to. And so I began using this app to send cards and gifts. I didn't tell a soul about it because I just wasn't sure how to marry the two. Hey, this is a cool thing with, I'm just sending you a card because I love you. And people started to ask me about, hey, how did you send that cool card? And so send out cards came into my life at a perfect time for me to be able just to share this wonderful thing. It allows me to have all sorts of gospel conversations with people all over the world. I've now grown this into a little side gig that has become my main gig. And I'm so proud to say that Send Out Cards is providing not just more connections, but income and opportunities. And cards lead to conversations. And my friend Gail taught me that conversations lead to all the things that you just want in life. So I'm so blessed to be able to have this in my life. I'm blessed to be able to whip out my phone, and in 48 seconds or so, I can send somebody a card, and 5 days later, they know that they matter. So that's my story. Phoebe, how about you?
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, April. We're really excited, you guys. Thank you, first of all, for taking a few minutes out to be here with us this morning. My name is Phoebe Trotman. I'm an entrepreneur based out of Vancouver, British Columbia. I found out I'm actually a child of network marketing. My mom had a home-based business growing up, so I've been around the network marketing profession for a lot of years. However, I didn't get started in network marketing until about 16 years ago. A friend of mine shared a really cool concept with me, which we're going to share a little bit today with you. And I started just dabbling. I was, again, an entrepreneur, so I had a background, was playing high-level soccer, coaching soccer, real estate investing, do a little bit of everything. And what I've loved and learned so much about this relationship marketing concept and this profession is the importance of those relationships. And so I've been very fortunate. Once I started implementing some of the things we're going to share with you guys today, business grew, and it really grew quickly. And thankfully, I got a chance to partner up with incredible people all over the world, and I've been able to reach the top rank in the company that I'm with. I've been with that company for 16 years. And over the last, I'd say, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, had an opportunity to work with a lot of other businesses and other network marketing companies to share some of the concepts that we're going to share with you today. Now, unlike April, she said she's been sending cards for a long time. I wasn't. I was literally the person, you guys, who would wrap a gift and I'd write on the wrapping paper, happy birthday, because I just didn't send cards. So for some of the stuff we're going to share with you guys today, if you're like, but I don't do that, don't worry about it. Trust us, stick along for the ride. And we're going to share with you guys some good stuff that you can implement in your business, because success leaves clues. And some of the stuff we're going to share is stuff that I've just learned and picked up along the way. When I put it in place, you guys, business transformed. And we're excited for that for you too. We are going to hear from a couple special guests as well. We're excited for you guys to hear their stories. So you guys, what is relationship marketing? So first off, I want to talk about, we have traditional marketing. Traditional marketing absolutely serves a place in the business world. I absolutely want to make sure we understand that. Traditional marketing is going to be sort of like your Facebook ads. It might be, there is still radio. It might be a radio ad. It can be your business card. It might be a flyer. That's more traditional marketing. And again, it definitely serves a place in the marketplace. What we're going to focus on today, though, is this concept of relationship marketing. And with relationship marketing, we want to focus on the first word of that, relationship. Relationship marketing is really about building and strengthening relationships with the people in your network, so that when your company name, when your even this profession comes up, you're the first person that they think of. So I love this quote by the late Maya Angelou, because it really truly encapsulates what the relationship marketing is all about. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you make them feel. And I want you guys to pause for a minute, and I want you to think, do you have people people in your life who, when their name pops up on the phone or a text message comes through, like they're calling, you're like, oh my gosh, and you get excited. You instantly smile. Those are people who have invested in the relationship with you. They're the people who make you smile, that you go, yes, you can't wait to pick up the phone. There's also people in your life, I'm sure, who when you see their name pop up, you're like, nah, I'm not ready for that today. Right? So what we want to do with some of the concepts, and we're going to talk about today, is making sure that when your name pops up on a phone, they start smiling. They're happy to hear from you because of how you made them feel. It may not be that they remember exactly what you did, but it's that energy, it's that connection, it's that relationship that you've built with them. So let's talk a little bit about the referral generation process. Now, this one was a big one for me when I finally understood this in terms of transforming a business, because there's people that come into our life. They're initially going to start off as just a contact, right? You might meet them at a networking event. You might meet them online. You might meet them at a friends and family gathering. You might meet them at a restaurant, just in your general day-to-day life. Now, those people, some of them will turn into prospects for your business, right? Depending on the conversation, depending on their need, you may be able to convert them, if you will, into a prospect, because they may have a need for what you serve, what your product is, or your service that you provide. From prospects, then the goal, once you've had a chance to educate them on what you do, they may turn into a client of yours. And a client could also be, whether it's a distributor in a company, whether it's an affiliate, whatever the term is, someone else who's choosing to partner with you to build the business. Here's something, though, I really want to pause on, because they may turn into a client, they may turn into an affiliate or business partner, if you will. However, they may turn into a connector. And what is a connector? A connector is someone who maybe they're not ready to be a client. Maybe they don't need, maybe they haven't seen the light of why they need your product or service. Maybe that's not right now for them. Maybe they're not ready yet to start their own business with you. However, they could be a connector, and connectors are some of the most incredible people, because they can connect you to someone who may be a client or affiliate. Some of my biggest leaders in this business that I've come across that have joined and partnered up actually have come through a connector. So it was someone who wasn't ready for my product. It was someone who wasn't ready for their own business. But I just simply, because of the relationship, asked them, well, who do you know? And they led me to someone who became. And that's where those referrals come in, right? Whether it's a referral from a connector, whether it's someone in your business, whether it's a client, maybe it's someone who we've talked about all these amazing products and services at the start. Maybe it's someone who uses it, someone like me who uses a lot of these products, who I'm in my company, but I'm happy to refer great people to other awesome people. So when you get this circle moving, when you have a funnel, because those referrals now start as contacts who lead to prospects, who lead to clients or connectors, when we focus on that relationship, when we strengthen that relationship, and we are that person who people are excited when you call them or text, you get this little circle moving, if you will, and your business truly will explode.
So the next thing you want to think about is, did you know that there's so many different statistics, and I've really enjoyed learning about this as I've learned about this business, and it always intrigued me what makes people do the things they do, right? People will do business with people that they know, like, and trust, but they have to remember you. A great example is I had these really cool lacrosse earrings on recently, and somebody had sold them to me and never kept in touch. And I was at the playoff game the other night, and I could have sold 10 of them, but I didn't know the person's name. They did not keep in touch with me. So 67% of business today is driven by a personal referral and word of mouth. What do you do when you're looking for a roofer? What do you do when you're looking for a plumber? You're going to ask your friends. You're not going to go with the biggest Google ad that pops up. So 85% of the clients, though, are lost because they don't feel appreciated. That is just something huge, and it's something that is so fixable in our society and in our businesses. It is a very, very quick tool that you can very quickly let somebody know that they matter, because really at the end of the day, we're all just walking around going, I need you to see me. I need to know that it was great that I bothered to show up, right? So 3% of all mail we receive is personal. What do you do when you go to the mailbox every day? You sort through it really quick. It's a fast sort. The flyers go in the trash bin, right? And, you know, then the other things go in one pile that you're going to get at later or whenever. And then all of a sudden you see the card and you're like, oh my gosh, this is personal. So that's why the fortune is in the follow-up. Are you leaving money on the table? Probably. I know I was. When I was doing different things and I work with different business owners, they're leaving money on the table. We go to a networking event and what do? You got all these business cards. And how does that work? So look at these statistics and pay close attention. You can take a screenshot, take a picture of this. This is a time-tested, tried and true statistics, and you're not going to overcome these. 80% of all sales are made on the 12th contact. Did you know that most of the time people are quitting after the third? And that they're only at 5% at that point. So this is a really fun way. What we're going to talk about today is a fun way to knock their socks off, follow up all the time. Don't get stuck on just birthdays and holidays. Everybody expects stuff like that in the mail, right? For those things. But the heartfelt, the unexpected reach out is what's really going to make you stay remembered. And it's going to help build those lasting connections, right? So this is what you really want to concentrate on, you guys. 6 or 7 times more expensive to keep an existing client. So how do you secure new customers? Anybody watch Shark Tank? Shark Tank's always asking you, what is your customer acquisition cost? Customer acquisition cost is huge. It is 6 or 7 times more expensive to get a new customer. So look at this last statistic right here. You're going to want to take a picture of this one. Loyal customers are worth 10 times the amount of their very first purchase. 68% of the reason why they will leave you is because they don't feel like you care whether they're there or not. That's huge.
Absolutely. So you guys, there's different ways that you can communicate and keep in touch. Like April's mentioned how 80% of all sales are made on that 12th contact. So there's multiple ways and multiple touch points. And it's important to vary it up, right? It's not every single time you're doing face-to-face. Face-to-face is definitely important. And I even throw face-to-face. It's kind of one of the most powerful ways to connect with someone, yet, especially given everything that's gone on over the last couple of years, face-to-face was limited for a while. There's phone calls, and we talked a little bit about this. When you see someone's name pop up, are you running to grab that call because you're so excited to talk to them? And that's the relationship you want to build. So phone calls are very important as well, too. Going the wrong way. Whoops. There's also emails, right? Email is a way to communicate. I mean, I'm sure like a lot of us, we have some unanswered opened emails in our email box, but it's still a valuable way, right? You're seeing that person's name, even if someone didn't open your email, just seeing your name pop up again, it's another way to touch base. There's text messaging. A lot of business nowadays is being done through text messaging. This is also right up there with Facebook Messenger, DMs on Instagram, anything that's kind of that quick little touch point. And these are also ways, and we want to make sure that, again, everything that we're sharing today, it's just to add to what you're already doing. So if you're already doing all these things, fabulous, keep doing them. We're just going to share a little bit of an extra way to add to it. So mix it up a little bit. I love to do different things. So for another great way, again, greeting cards. You've heard us talk a little bit about that, and we're going to show you a tool that you can use, but you can use any way you want. You can print a card if you want to. You can have a printer do them for you. You can go wherever you want. We're going to show you a tool that's going to save you a little bit of time as well, but it's ultimately whatever makes the most sense for you. But vary up these touch points, right? How do you want to be remembered by doing things a little bit differently. We always say go the extra mile because it's never crowded. So when you have all these different ways to communicate, again, it's going to really strengthen that relationship, and it's going to set you apart from what everybody else is doing.
All right, this is where it gets fun, you guys. So we're going to really get to see some really cool examples here. So this is just, we're going to show you ways that you can increase your sales, increase your profits, and it's not going to be some big giant thing that's going to take up a big chunk of your day. 5 minutes a day, right? With send out cards. So this is so super cool. I think the video is up next. I totally agree, Terry. Yes, that is just, I'm sitting here grinning watching it because I've been in the factory and I've seen it. It's just so much fun, you guys. It's just called the Happy Factory in my book. So we're going to go over real quick, heartfelt cards versus system cards. Later, when Phoebe's sort of going over the pricing, you're going to see different ways you can pay for cards and gifts. So real quick, heartfelt cards is exactly what it sounds like. This is the unique single card to one recipient. It is specific and customized. It's going from you to them. It wouldn't work to go to anybody else, and it is sent with an immediate send date, so it's not scheduled. So versus the system cards, which is, for instance, I have 100 or so birthdays a month that I recognize and celebrate. So I have a birthday card, and the first name field is a merge field, and I have all of the May birthdays ready to go. So multiple recipients sent and scheduled out, automated. These are cards that are you sending over and over because they're saved cards, and you can also use these in campaigns, which we'll talk about in just a second. So, oh, go ahead, sorry.
That's okay.
My brain was still going.
That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, as we said, there is really greeting cards, because only 3% of the mail is personal. It is a great way to set yourself apart. Now, I do want to stress, as I said before, because I want you guys to realize you can do it any way that you want. And if you already have a system in place that's working for you, keep doing it. So April talked a lot about the difference between heartfelt and system cards. So there's importance to have both, right? It's important to reach out with just something unexpected that people they're just like, oh my gosh, you thought of me out of the blue. That really does strengthen the relationship. And we talked a little bit about email, right? And I don't even want to admit, you guys, how many unopened emails I have, because I have multiple email accounts and they all have email. I do have an issue with not deleting stuff. However, here's the thing though. I have unopened email, and I want to do a little quick test with you guys. How many, be honest, we're all friends and family here, have unopened emails sitting in your email inbox right now? You can put a hand, you can put a yes, you can put whatever you want in the chat. Yes, we all do, you guys. If you do not, you're amazing, superpowers. But let's be on another question though. How many of you guys have ever received a card that you haven't, or an envelope of some sort? Not the long skinny ones, because we know we don't really always want to open those ones. I'm talking about the 5x7, right? We open those right away. Greeting cards have a 100% open rate, which means your message will get across. So one of the things that I absolutely love about this system is what we call a system card. And it is like the old school set it and forget it, because you can create a campaign. And I want to stress this because oftentimes we're fabulous at that immediate thank you. We send that first thank you. Someone purchased a sale, someone joins their team, we send them that thank you. However, it is so important, especially in that first year with that customer, that client, that referral partner, whoever that person is, that you solidify that relationship. And here's what you can do with a campaign with this system. You can set up something that has multiple touch points. So for example, this is a campaign, an Arbonne campaign that goes out when someone gets started. So it's a card. The first one immediately goes out. But what's so cool about the system is you can automate. You create one campaign, you press send once, you can literally set it and forget it, but the system will send the rest of these touch points for you. So 14 days later, a card goes out. A card goes out automatically for a birthday. That immediate should say, actually something else. It's supposed to say December 1st in there. So that would go out for the holidays, and you can personalize it with your own photos. And then there's an 11-month anniversary card. So all this just with one click, you click once, but then those touch points go out automatically. And I want you to think about how powerful that can be. This is for someone who made a purchase, but as April talked about earlier, 80% of all sales are made on that 12th contact, right? So if you can set something up that continues to nurture, mix it up with some face-to-face, mix it up with a phone call, mix it up with a text message as well too. And then greeting cards is another way to accomplish that.
So system cards, again, can be used any sort of ways. We've even got a couple of examples. You know, there's some Rodan and Fields and some Mary Kay postcards and things like that. These are things that can go out. And when we say automatically, we're talking about when you pull the trigger on this, it can be your 10 new customers that you got yesterday, and you want them to hear from you. So what about, this is a different one here. So you see this one says network marketing team motivation. So what about that new affiliate who was so excited on Tuesday, and on Friday they're like, life happened, right? And so you want to, we've got immediate 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 18 weeks, 24 weeks. These can be changed. This is fully customizable. Getting in front of them and staying in front of them in a you don't ever want to call and go, hey, so have you called anybody today? You know, you don't want that to happen, but you want that motivation, and you want that sort of like cheering them on to keep going no matter what. But there's only one of you. What if you get blessed with 50 new affiliates, right? How are you going to keep up with all those people? That's where the system starts working for you. So then we have different types of cards. So you've got the very nice to meet you, different things like that. But why do we want to send? First, you want to say nice to meet you. You want to say thank you for taking the time to look at this. Here's some company updates. How many of you have experienced a launch of a new product this year and you want to tell everybody? Well, you can create a card, even with a little QR code to that new product, and send it to everybody that's in your database that has been doing business with you. Special occasions, unique holidays, Thanksgiving, whatever. So those kind of things, just be thinking about random fun holidays that you can celebrate.
Absolutely. And I want to say one thing too with this, you guys, we're going to go through a bunch of ideas. This is where you can take pictures. That being said, just pick one thing that you're not already doing and add to it, because that can be a lot. We're going to go through a lot of ideas, and we don't want analysis paralysis. We want to help you level up. So just choose one thing that you can do. Maybe it's going to be, you're going to start doing unique holidays. There's an awesome calendar. You guys can Google bizarre and wacky holidays, and you'll find a whole bunch of cool things. Let's talk business or company ideas. Again, these are real cards. April, I'm going to have you hold up those cards again too, because these are real cards that go in the mail. But for some company specific ideas. So we talked a little bit product launches, right? Great time to reach out. You might do, if you're with some of our fabulous oil companies, do a recipe. I love recipes. Pop a recipe in there because people will keep it, right? So whether it's a diffuser oil recipe, nutrition shake recipes, because there's some fabulous nutrition companies, and you might create your own concoction of a protein shake, put it in a cart. Makeup tips and skincare tips. Again, we were talking earlier about all the companies that we're using. Pop some tips in a card because people will hold on to that, right? Do you have a special regimen that you've done that works well for you? Pop it in a card. Workout ideas and tips. general recipes. So I put lots of baking. I love to bake, so I put a lot of recipes in my card. Before or after success stories. What an amazing way to celebrate someone's accomplishment by putting a card together that has a before and after picture, or even anniversaries. The anniversary when someone partnered up with you in this company, or the anniversary of they've been using your products now for a year. How transformational has it been for them? Great ways that you can customize and create stuff that people will keep, because again, you're adding value to their life. We always want to add value.
Awesome. So yeah, and thinking of different kinds of things, something popped into my head when Phoebe was talking about that. These before and after pictures that people are posting all the time, they're lost in 2 seconds on social media. Put it on a card. They'll never forget it. They'll carry it around. We have things like thank you for your order, and some of them have referral rewards programs, and you can always celebrate their birthdays. Some of our folks that are with us and send out cards even celebrate half birthdays. So how cool is it to 6 months after their birthday and they're just not feeling it, 6 months later they go, happy half birthday. It just really surprises them and makes them think of you. And when you're the one that's the source of that dopamine that makes them feel good, it's that thing that people are supposed to get when they work out, but I don't get it. So those are the kinds of things that you want to be the source of that good feeling. And when you are, they're going to want to be around you more. And that's where that attraction marketing happens too. So special events, any of that good stuff.
So you guys, let's talk about growing your organization, right? When someone chooses to partner up with you in your business, with your company, it is so important, as April talked about, we need to nurture that. We need to celebrate that. We need to recognize that. And again, we talked about the different communication vehicles. You want to do it a bunch of different ways. You do want to call your new team member when they sign up their first customer and woohoo in the phone, or send them a video of you, cheering them on. You want to post on social media to shout that person out. Absolutely. You want to do all of those different communication vehicles. And yes, you can do it with a card too. So what about celebrating their why? I love to do this, is when I sit down with someone and they tell me, they're joining this business because they want to take their family to Disneyland. I'm going to Google or I'm going to get a picture of Disneyland. I'm going to go on their Facebook and get a picture of their family, and I'm going to create a card, and I'm going to tell them, keep this card on your desk. This is why we're doing it in those tough moments, right? Celebrating their first customer, first distributor, rising star recognition. When you have someone in your organization who is absolutely rocking it, you want to celebrate that. You do, again, post it on social media, absolutely, but also send them a card, send them a note of encouragement, add a gift in there, celebrate that person. A new team member campaigns. April showed you one there before. Top business builders and sales for the month. Create a card recognizing them, general encouragement, happy anniversary, we talked about it, and really, you guys, the possibilities are endless. These are just a few ideas of the many ways that you can use this system or a system to reach out with that personalized card, that mail, something that people are going to hold on to. So we want to encourage you. We want to hear your ideas too. What are some of the ways that you are recognizing people and celebrating people? Because the possibilities really are endless. The key is just to take action. So pick one of these, pick an idea that you hear and go with it, because it will be transformational in your business.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm super, super excited. One of our special guests is actually conducting a pretty large event today in her own world. Her name is Jennifer Glacken. You can look her up. She is been with Shackley organization for years and years, and she is a very successful team leader. She's fun to follow on Instagram as well. So let's hear what Jennifer has to say.
My name is Jennifer, and I've been a network marketer for 28 years. 17 of those years, I've been a six-figure earner. And one of the things that I have learned is that developing relationships, and especially strong relationships, is key in a network marketing business. So how do you do that? Well, I use a tool called Send Out Cards, and I think that it is one of the most fabulous tools. You can send cards to thank people for purchases. You can recognize them on their birthday. You can send sympathy cards. You can send out recognition to your team. You can do education. You can educate on the products. You can educate on the opportunity. There are so many different ideas and so many opportunities to use this tool. But one of my favorite things about the tool is to be able to upload personal pictures. And what I always try to do is I try to find a picture of myself with the person so that when they open up the card, they remember that we have a connection and that there's a reason why they are purchasing from me or building a business with me. And so I think it's just a fabulous tool. And I would highly recommend that everyone use send out cards, whether it's for business or personal. It really does develop stronger relationships.
Awesome. Okay, so if that wasn't enough, we have one more special guest. You're going to recognize this one. He is the author of Beach Money and Better Than Beach Money, and he is our mentor, and Jordan Adler is always, always, always fun to hear.
Hi, my name is Jordan Adler, and I'm the author of the Amazon bestseller Beach Money. I'm also the #1 distributor in a legacy network marketing company that has been in business for about 18 years. I'm a huge fan of send out cards for a lot of reasons. Even if I were not part of the company, I would be lost without this life-altering tool. And as a network marketer, I view it as the most valuable technology in my toolbox for lots of reasons, but I'm going to give you 3 of them. Number 1, it'll help you to attract new customers and consultants without always having to chase them or hunt them down. Number 2, it'll help you to eliminate rejection and resistance, which is the #1 reason why most distributors and consultants quit. And number 3, it will foster lots of repeat business and referrals because the people that you're doing business with will know that they are appreciated by you. So once you plug in, you're going to see ways to quickly get thank you cards out into the mail to your customers when they purchase, and do it in seconds right from an app on your phone. You'll have a way to recognize all your new promotions with a personal card, a congratulations card sent from an app on your phone, delivered in the mail. And people are more inclined to stay motivated when they know they're appreciated. So remembering their birthday with a personal physical birthday card that shows up in their mailbox that shows you care. Again, you do that from your phone and it shows up in their mailbox. So I like grabbing photos from their social media, because when people post things on their social media, those are things and people that you know are important to them. And sending it to them into their mailbox on a photo postcard, they will put those on their refrigerator. Remember, money follows attention. And especially in today's noisy world, you have to stay top of mind. There's nothing like send out cards to do that. These are just a few of the ways that I use our system. I cannot imagine anything that would be more valuable or effective for building solid long-term relationships, increasing your income, and just building a stronger business.
Awesome. So you guys, if you do not have a system in place, or if your current system, it's taking too much time, it's not working effectively, we want to encourage you to take a look at send out cards. And I'm going to go over really quickly the ways that you can get set up. One of the things I want to highlight, it is our company head office is based in the United States. So all the pricing I'm going to go through is in US currency. There is absolutely no contract. You're not locked into anything. So if you get started with it and it doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. You're not locked into anything, and you can even change your subscription at any time. So first account we have is what we call our card a day program. It basically is going to give you 30 cards every month that you can send out. You pay for the postage on top of that. The account, though, that I want to spend a little bit of time, because I feel like this account was designed for this profession, for people who need to reach out to their network, who people are reaching out to contacts, their prospects, their clients, their affiliates, their connectors. This account's fabulous. It's $97 a month. It includes the 30 system cards. So we talked about that automation. You get 30 of those. However, you also get unlimited photo postcards, unlimited individual heartfelt prompting cards. Unlimited, you guys, for free, including your postage. So I'm going to pause for a minute because I mentioned I'm in Vancouver, Canada. Our postage up here is a lot. So this is a fabulous one because your postage is included. And when you're growing an organization with team members all over the world and people all over the world, friends, family, this is a great opportunity to reach out to them, because again, for $97 a month, you're going to get 30 of those system cards, and you're also going to get unlimited photo postcards, unlimited heartfelt prompting cards. You also get a contact manager. You also get discount on your gifts as well too, and on the shipping on your gifts as well. So it's a great option. We also have 2 other accounts that you can do for those of you who have a larger network or want to send more system cards. We have this one that includes 100 system cards. So it's $147 a month, includes 100 system cards. And then we have another one that's $247 unlimited. So it also includes those unlimited cards, but then you also get those 250 system cards. Now, keep in mind, you guys, there's no contract. So I want to stress that again, because that question comes up all the time. There's absolutely no contract. You click on a button if you need to stop, okay? Or change at any time. And it gets adjusted if you change at any time, and you just literally go on and click a button. So it's really easy to have that opportunity to take it out for a test drive. You guys, you will save time, you will save money, and your business will grow when you nurture those relationships with this incredible tool. So I want to encourage you guys to get back in touch with the person who shared this event with you, if you will. If you have never taken the system for a test drive, and I'm sure you guys, as we were going through things today, someone came across your heart. Someone popped up in your heart that you said, oh, I need to reach out to that person. Reach out to them, please. If you've never sent a card, reach back out to the person who invited you and say, hey, send me your link and send a free card. They will cover everything. You don't pay for the card, you won't pay for the postage. So if I know someone's on your heart, reach back in touch with the person, get their link from them. They will pay for, they'll cover the cost. The card will go out. You don't have to do anything. If you love what you see and you're ready to get set up, then we can help you get set up as well. Now, if you're like, I don't even know how to use my phone or the computer, there's tutorials. There's tutorials to show you how simple it is to send a card on the system that will help you set up those automations as well too. Everything is ready to go for you. And we do have a special gift. We appreciate you guys being here with us. So for those of you who love what you see and you're ready to get started with an account, whatever subscription you need that fits your needs, again, talk to the person who invited you on. They can help answer some of your questions. They can help you with your subscription. Get set up with it. We're going to give you a 3-card customer campaign ready to go. We will transfer it into your account like magic. You just have to get set up before 5 o'clock on Monday. We will post this link, so don't worry, but you can take a screenshot of it. We just need some information so that we can transfer it into your account. Then you can personalize it, you can customize it. It's ready to go, a 3-card campaign to get you off on a fast start with this amazing system.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks everyone for coming, for inviting friends. This has just been so nice to get to see everybody. We have just dozens and dozens and dozens of people represented here in companies. So again, thank you for coming with us today. And so we are so happy to have you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and share this with a friend.